Today, I'm going to put together a Vevor compost spreader. Sorry about the traffic out there. I hope you can hear me okay. I am wearing a mic today, but I ordered this compost spreader because the yard service that I had wanted about $500 to come out and spread compost on my yard. So I decided that I would order a compost spreader, buy my own compost, and save some money. So let's get busy putting this thing together and see what it looks like. This spreader is 24 inches wide, or that's what they advertised, is it being 24 inches wide. Not a lot of parts in it. Let's get some zip tie cutters. All right, there was the first problem. The door wasn't put on exactly right, but we got it put on there. It's got a couple of pieces of metal that slide through holes, so if you work it just right, I guess you could take the door off completely. It is steel, not plastic, which is good. It's made in China, so I can't tell you what type of steel it is, but it is metal. First problem, got a little nick there, or second problem. The door was first. Second problem's got a nick out of the paint, which could rust if left outside. Comes with 4 large washers and 2 pins. Lots of trucks running up and down the road today because of the road construction going on. So the overall dimensions is the barrel is 15.7 inches in height, 24 inches in length, and your handle is 12 inches at the top. And the overall from the base of the bottom to the top of the height top of the handles can be adjusted between 26.4 inches and 28.3 inches. Looks like pretty simple assembly. Lost my train of thought. 2 latches, 1 on each side to hold the wheel barrel shut after you put the compost in. It is metal. Some of them have the latches put on the outside, which would take a beating as it's going across the yard. Like I say, pretty simple instructions. Well, that didn't work, did it? Yep, I took the paint off the end there, putting the handle on, but it's on there. Put second washer on. Insert the pin. Same with the other side, which you can't see. Take your split pins and bend them over so it keeps the handle attached. And I'll put a link to the product in the description area of the video. That is, if you're interested in putting compost yourself on your own yard. And it's adds to the nutrients of the grass to get it to grow. Since we haven't had much rain here lately, my yard doesn't look the best. On the handle, it has a push pin. Put in, push in. There you go. It's assembled. Now, I gotta go pick me up some compost and show you how it works. Give you a little idea what it's designed to do before I go get the compost. Rolls real easy across the yard, no problem. All right, let's go to the garden supply, Home Depot or someplace, and pick us up some compost. I like to use Daddy Pete's, but this time of year it's sometimes difficult to find. But let's go see what we can find as far as soil at Home Depot, see if I got anything on sale. So what I'm doing today is doing a little overseeding, and we're going to put out some topsoil with the compost spreader. This is to fill in the low spots. I had 2 pin oak trees that used to be out here. I cut them down, or I had them cut down. I didn't cut them down. And it's been hard to get these little ruts filled in where the roots have rotted over the years. But this is an experiment. Instead of plugging this year because it's been so dry, and we got rain coming in a few days, I thought I'd do a little overseeding and put some topsoil over top of the ground, try to cover it up. I don't have enough to do the whole yard today. I went and got about 20 bags, but part of it's cow manure compost and chicken manure. Going to be using some of that on the garden. So it sifts it out pretty good. Looks like we got some larger pieces still in there. Some of it's still dirt, so when I add another bag, hopefully that'll continue to break up. You could easily put probably 2 bags in here, make it a little tougher to roll around. So I'm only putting 1 at a time. I'm gonna focus where's the worst part for now. I think I just did a pass all the way through the yard. See, puts about a 1/4 inch down. lot of that's wood chips. It's not going to hurt that hole there. Help fill it in. It'll rot. Grass will grow up through it. It'll help fill in that hole in some of the bigger chunks that aren't breaking up. This is the area where a tree was. A lot of roots sunk down. It's a low spot here. That's why I'm dumping the wood chips basically in there. Trying to fill it in. Yeah, they're going to rot. But one thing for sure, if you're going to use one of these much, you need to get a dump truck load of compost, not in bags. So last thoughts on the compost spreader. I think it was worth the money. Would I buy it again? Yes. It's all steel construction. It works well for me. Out of the 3 composts I use, or soil and compost, I use Daddy Pete's Kicking Chicken, Daddy Pete's cow manure, some Scott's, and Wallace Farms. Wallace Farms didn't work real well in it, had a lot of large sticks, but they'll break down over time. I just poured them into holes in the front yard where the roots had rotted out. I spread some compost on my garden, both the Kicking Chicken and the cow manure. from Daddy Pete's. It did real well, and the Scots I used in a small area around front, and it did well also. If you have any questions, send them to me. I'll try to answer them, but overall, I think it was worth the money. Thanks for watching.